How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper. My goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading while the price is going up or down. Over on the Dixie for the daily, we do have a green candle, but it is a long upper shadow candle, so I would exercise caution. This could end up bringing us lower and end up making us reject this resistance area. Our stochastic is falling, RSI is falling, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is dropping, money flow does want to pull back, so watch that VWAP close. If it continues to favor under the neutral in the bearish territory, we will see momentum continue to fall, money flow will continue to weaken, and we will continue to sell off. And since Dixie and Bitcoin are acting a little more correlated, we could see crypto start to pull back if we do see Dixie continue lower. Over on dominance, we are seeing a push forward. This is positive, but it's not a very strong push. We do see Bitcoin in about 4%, total is about 4.5%. Down, futures did lose, but futures was much higher the other day, so that could be kind of balancing out. So we did try to push down. We were unsuccessful. I would just watch. We are starting to round. Stochastic wants to pull back. Momentum is rounding. VWAP's pulling back. Wants to break bearish. We have lower highs. Money flow is going flat. So I would watch that VWAP and this push down. If we get another red candle, we could start to push lower and see a further sell-off. Over on total for the daily, we are trying to bounce forward. Again, if we can continue to bounce forward here and break and hold that 300 EMA, then we could see a double bottom try to run us forward. RSI does want to push up, stochastic is trying to make a bounce, VWAP does want to break that neutral, momentum is pushing forward, and money flow is rounding. Remember that bounce could be up to around this like 859 area. Sorry, I can't read apparently, but that could push us to the 859 area. That would be good for altcoins. Remember, total is the market cap of all the altcoins. So if total goes up, most of these coins you see here are going to go up. Stochastic is pretty flat. RSI does want to push up, but struggling. VWAP is trying to maintain bullish momentum. Momentum does want to head up, and money flow is bearish, so I would watch. But if that VWAP does stay bullish, momentum will continue further, and money flow will start to gain more strength. Over on the 2 hour, we do have a little bit of a consolidation after a push up. This could create a very narrow bull flag. I would watch. That could help continue to push us forward. We've kind of been pushing up, stair-stepping, pushing up. So I would watch. Stochastic does want to pull back. RSI is pulling back. Momentum does want to round. VWAP has lower highs. Watch as it wants to break neutral. If it breaks neutral and gets lower lows, momentum will round away. Money flow will continue to sell off, and we will see altcoins sell off. Over on our 1 hour, we do have the same potential. This could be a kind of channel, but I would exercise caution. It is going downwards, so that is positive. Remember, a descending channel is a bullish pattern that wants to push you up. It's very narrow, so it wouldn't be a very big push up. It's not going to take us to the moon or anything. Stochastic does want to sell. RSI is pulling back. Momentum is rounding with a bearish divergence. Watch that bearish divergence. It could end up bringing us lower. VWAP is pushing down. Money flow is pulling back, so watch that VWAP close. If it continues to favor bearish, momentum will start to weaken and money flow will continue to pull back, and that will continue to weaken those higher time frames. Over on Bitcoin futures for the daily, we did try to break our resistance, and we are pulling back like we said to watch for on the Dixie for tomorrow. So if both of these things pull back, we could see a further sell-off. RSI is pulling back, stochastic does want to round, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is pushing down, and money flow is selling off, so I would exercise caution. Over on the 4 hour, we are trying to continue forward. We don't quite have a straight channel up, so that is positive. This is more of a bullish continuation. I would just watch. If we reject this 57K, then it's likely we would retrace our gains and push lower. Stochastic does want to push up. RSI is pretty flat. Despite that, VWAP is riding bullish, but we're very weak. Momentum is pushing forward. Money flow does want to break bullish. So if that VWAP can stay bullish, momentum could push up. Money flow could gain further strength. That could help fill this gap. However, if that VWAP starts to fall flat on these lower time frames like the 1 and 2 hour, then we're likely going to round away. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic is starting to push down. We have orange above blue. That's a bearish cross. RSI does want to start to weaken as a result. Momentum is rounding as that VWAP wants to pull back. Watch that VWAP. If we get a lower low, momentum will round away and money flow will start to weaken over time. Over on the 1 hour, stochastic is pushing away. Momentum is rounding. RSI is dropping down. That VWAP did break bearish and money flow is selling off. If that VWAP continues to favor bearish here, momentum will continue lower, money flow will continue lower, and we will continue to sell off. Over on Bitcoin for the daily, we did push up to our 57.1. That resistance, we are above our 300 EMA. This is positive. If we can stay above our 300 EMA here, then we could push forward and try to break that 57 again. However, if we pull back and break that tomorrow, I would exercise caution. That could give us another push to around that 52K. RSI does want to push up, stochastics gaining strength. VWAP does want to push up, momentum is rounding forward, and money flow is gaining strength. So the daily does look positive. Watch for that to continue on these lower time frames. Over on the 4-hour, we have the same channel we have on futures. It is a bullish continuation. Stochastic is bullish, RSI is bullish. VWAP is maintaining a bullish trend. It's not very strong, so I would watch. Momentum does want to push up, and money flow is starting to pull back. But if that VWAP can maintain its bullish trend, momentum will push bullish, and money flow could start to reverse, and that would help strengthen the 4-hour and the daily. Over on the 2-hour, we do see some round. We are pulling back to our EMA levels. I would watch if we can hold above that blue EMA. If we can, then we could make a bounce forward. If we break it, then it's likely we could see our push down. Stochastic is pushing away. We have bearish cross as that orange above blue. RSI is dropping. Momentum does want to round with the red dot. VWAP does have a lower high. Watch if we make a lower low. And money flow is pulling back. So much of the market does look pretty similar today. Over on the 1-hour, stochastic is pulling back. Momentum does want to round. RSI is falling. VWAP is picking up bearish momentum and money flow is falling. Again, if that VWAP continues to favor bearish here and we see lower lows with lower highs, momentum will break down, money flow will continue lower, and higher time frames will weaken. Over on graph for the daily, we did get a bounce off that 1157. RSI is pushing up, stochastic is pushing forward. Our VWAP does want to break neutral, momentum does want to push, and money flow is trying to gain strength. So if that VWAP can stay bullish, we could see a continued run up. Stochastic on the 4-hour is pretty maxed out. We do have some consolidation after getting a push up. So again, that could create a bull flag. RSI is trying to push up. VWAP is trying to maintain bullish momentum. Momentum does want to push up. Our money flow is pulling back. So I would watch if that VWAP holds. That would be positive. On our 2-hour, watch if we hold that blue EMA. If we break it, we could push down. We do have a long upper shadow candle. Remember, that does show the bears are trying to gain strength and the bulls are losing strength. Our stochastic is trying to push down. RSI is pulling back. Momentum does want to round. VWAP has a lower high. Watch for a lower low, as it would bring momentum lower and cause money flow to sell off, resulting in a further sell-off. Over on the 1-hour, stochastic is dropping. RSI is pulling back. Momentum is rounding with a red dot, as that VWAP does want to break down with lower lows and lower highs. That does show momentum could continue lower, and that would weaken money flow, resulting in higher time frames pushing down as well. Over on Ankr for the daily, we did make a bounce off support here as well, so that does look positive. Again, watch lower time frames. RSI is pushing up, stochastic's pushing up. VWAP does want to push forward, momentum is rounding, and money flow is trying to gain strength. So if lower time frames remain bullish, we could see a push forward. Over on the 4-hour, we do have that same kind of bullish continuation channel. We could be making a flag here by consolidating after getting that push up. Stochastic is flat, RSI is flat. VWAP does want to pull back. Momentum is breaking bullish and money flow is bearish. But if that VWAP remains bullish, momentum will push forward, money flow will gain strength, and we will see a continued push up. Over on our 2-hour, we are struggling to hold above that yellow EMA, but we are continuing to bounce off EMA, so this does look positive. Stochastic is pulling back, RSI is flat, momentum does have a red dot, VWAP does want to break through that neutral, it has a lower high, again watch for lower lows that would cause money flow to continue lower and result in higher time frames selling off and a further push down. Over on the 1-hour, we are struggling with EMAs here, RSI and stochastic do want to pull back, momentum is rounding with a bearish cross, VWAP does want to break bearish, it doesn't have quite the steepness of other coins, so I would watch if we can get a higher low and then a higher high. Momentum could curl and money flow could push up, but that would be likely dependent on the rest of the market pushing forward unless Ankr feels like doing its own thing. Over on XRP, we did see a quick drop down. We do have a potential long upper shadow candle if we retrace a bit, so I would watch. If we do get that long upper shadow, remember the wick needs to be twice as big as the body, then we could see a further push down, so I would exercise caution if tomorrow's candle is red. VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is pulling back, money flow is clinging to bullish territory, but if that VWAP runs away and gets lower high, we will see momentum drop away, that blue wave, and money flow will go from green to red. RSI is pulling back as stochastic is pretty beat down, so this doesn't look positive. Watch lower time frames, they need to hold bullish. Over on the 4-hour, stochastic is flat, RSI is flat, VWAP is starting to pull back. We are in the bullish territory, but we have lower highs, so I would watch. Momentum does want to round, money flow is pulling back, so again, watch that momentum. If it can hold bullish, we could push up, but right now we do look like we want to reverse. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic does have a bearish cross, RSI is falling, momentum does have a red dot that does signal momentum wants to push down. VWAP has lower highs and consistent lows, so watch if we get lower lows, that could end up pushing us down. Money flow is falling back, so overall I would exercise caution. Over on the 1 hour, we do have an indecision candle, followed by a red candle that broke EMAs, so watch for a further push down. Stochastic is dropping, VWAP is favoring bearish, momentum is weakening as a result, and money flow is pulling back. So if that VWAP continues to favor bearish, momentum will break down, and we will see a further sell-off here. Finally, for ALGO for the daily, we do have a long upper shadow candle here as well. We rejected an EMA cross. RSI does want to push up. VWAP is trying to break bullish. Stochastic wants to push forward. Momentum is pushing up, and money flow does want to gain strength. Over on the 4 hour, we are struggling with the EMAs. Stochastic is flat. RSI wants to pull back. VWAP is holding bullish, but we have lower highs. Watch for lower lows. Momentum does want to round, and money flow is pulling back. So again, exercise caution. Watch those lower time frames. Over on the 2 hour, stochastic is falling. RSI is falling. Momentum does want to round. We have a red dot, so watch as that VWAP does break bearish. If that VWAP holds bearish, momentum will continue lower, and money flow could end up breaking away. Finally, on the 1 hour, since we have no requests, thank you. RSI is falling, stochastic is dropping, momentum is rounding away with lower highs, VWAP is favoring bearish, and money flow is selling off, so the 1 hour does not look very positive. I would watch for continued sell-off. If we do not hold around, let's say this 1102, then it's likely we could revisit that 1032. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a great